गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीमष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्बा त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः। प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः। पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथासम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। गीताशास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णोः पदमवाप्नोति भयशोकविवर्जितः। गीताध्ययनशीलस्य प्राणायामपरस्य च नैव सन्ति हि पापानि पूर्वजन्मकृतानि च। मलनिर्मोचनं पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीताम्भसि स्नानं संसारमलनाशनं। गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या किमन्यैः शास्त्रविस्तरैः या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्माद्विनिसृता। भारतामृतसर्वस्वं विष्णोर्वक्त्राद्विनिसृतं गीता गङ्गोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। एकं शास्त्रं देवकीपुत्रगीतमेको देवो देवकीपुत्र एव। एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं च यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देवनारायण नमोऽस्तु ते। कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। अस्तु. So in the last week we did until
8th shloka.
8th shloka.
Yes.
Okay. So basically here Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yogaha. So the qualities that one should have. Okay. Ninth one. Allirani Bagini.
Madam.
Ninth shloka.
Madam. Correct. एतां दृष्टिमवष्टभ्य नष्टात्मानोऽल्पबुद्धयः प्रभवन्त्युग्रकर्माणः क्षयाय जगतो हिताः। एतां द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचन
द्वितीया विभक्ति
दृष्टि प्रथमा विभक्ति మేడం
లేదు ద్వితీయ ఏకవచనం కరెక్ట్
ద్వితీయ ఏకవచనం దృష్టిం ద్వితీయ ఏకవచనం అవష్టభ్య లెపంతం నష్టాత్మానః కూడా నష్టాత్మానః ప్రథమ వ్యక్తి ఏకవచనం
బహువచనం
ప్రథమా విభక్తి బహువచనం
ఆత్మానః కదా ప్రథమా బహువచనం అల్పబుద్ధయః ప్రథమా వ్యక్తి బహువచనం ప్రభవంతి రట్లకార బహువచనం ప్రథమ పురుష బహువచనం ఉగ్రకర్మాణః కర్మాణః ఇది కూడా బహువచనం కదా మేడం
బహువచనం
ప్రథమ బహువచనం శయాయ లేపంతం శయాయ అంటే చతుర్థి ఏకవచనం జగతః ప్రథమ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం
షష్ఠి
సారీ షష్ఠి ఏకవచనం జగతః అహితాः
ప్రథమా బహువచనం
ప్రథమా విభక్తి బహువచనం పదార్థः అవష్టభ్య అవలంబ్య నష్టాత్మానः నష్టచిత్తాः అల్పబుద్ధయः స్వల్పవివేకాः ఉగ్రకర్మాణः క్రూరకార్యాः అహితాः శస్త్రవः జగతः లోకస్య క్షయాయ వినాశాయ ప్రభవంతి కల్పంతే అన్వయః ఏతాం దృష్టిం అవష్టభ్య నష్టాత్మానः అల్పబుద్ధయः ఉగ్రకర్మాణः అహితాः జగతः క్షయాయ ప్రభవంతి. తాత్పర్యం నష్టచిత్తాः మందమతయశ్చ ते जनाः इमां दृष्टिम् अवलम्ब्य क्रूरे कार्ये आसक्ताः शस्त्रवः सन्तः जगतो नाशाय प्रवर्तन्ते. व्याकरणं नष्टः आत्मा येषान्ते नष्टात्मानः बहुव्रीहिः अल्पा बुद्धिः येषान्ते अल्पबुद्धयः बहुव्रीहिः उग्रं कर्म येषान्ते उग्रकर्माणः बहुव्रीहिः न हिताः अहिताः नैतत्पुरुषः प्रभवन्ति.
So prabhavanti is the kriyapadam.
क्रियापदम्.
Ke prabhavanti.
उग्रकर्म क्षयाय जगतो हिताः क्षय
अल्पबुद्धयः उग्रकर्माणः नष्टात्मानः अहिताः प्रभवन्ति.
अहिताः प्रभवन्ति.
Ahitaha is the main kartrupadam. All the others can be considered as visheshanas. Tu ahitaha. Kimartham prabhavanti? Kshayaya.
क्षयाय.
Kasya or kesham kshayaya?
जगतः जगतः क्षयाय प्रभवन्ति अहिताः.
So kim kritva ahitaha prabhavanti etam drishtim avashtapya. Means thinking in this manner. In what manner? In the previous shloka it is given. Te jagat asatyam apratishtam anishwaram ahuhu. They say these ahitaha, what do they say? They say that this jagat is asatyam, apratishtam, anishwaram, they say. And how is this jagat coming into existence? Aparaspara sambhutam kama haitukam anyat kim iti ahuhu. So this srushti is happening just like that. There is nothing more to it than two atoms coming together. Okay, so some of the scientists also say that, right? They say that it is an accident, everything is an accident. Just like that, certain things have come into contact and the life just sparked. That is how they say. They are seeing it only at the surface level. They are not looking much deeper than the science behind it. There is science, but there is something bigger than the science behind it that they are not trying to understand or even accept. So with that kind of perspective, what will happen? All these people, they do bad deeds. Why? Because they think this is the only life. They don't think about what are the consequences of not following dharma, because they keep thinking this is only one life to live. We don't know what is going to happen. We don't know what happened in the previous life. We don't know even if there is another life existing. There is only one life. Why should we restrain ourselves from doing the things that we enjoy? So let us just enjoy. Let us do whatever we want to do. There is no discipline. So they do that. So in that thinking, they will do all kinds of bad deeds, right? So, and by doing such bad deeds, they become ahitaha. And kshayaya, jagataha kshayaya prabhavanti. Such people turn into the people who destroy the world. We see that all the time, right? Like some people destroy people by killing. They destroy lives by killing people, by bombing places, by doing things that do a lot of damage to the lives of many people, right? They kill animals for their skin or for the tusks and all this. So that is also a bad thing only. They are doing very cruel things. By doing such cruel things, they are destroying the world. Why? Because they think that this is only one life to live. Let me do whatever I want. So whatever they fancy, there is no way that they are going to control the mind. Now, normally, what is our Sanatana Dharma telling? Mind will run here and there. It is our responsibility to tame it and put it in a proper place and follow a disciplined life where we are not hurting anybody. We are following the rules. And what are all those rules? They are only for our own benefit. By doing such things, by not following dharma, what happens we have seen. Say, for example, the parushyam, right? So talking disrespectfully, will it help in any way? with family or friends or even neighbors, if we don't talk in a nice way, and if we are being harsh to them, what are we going to benefit out of it? So the Sanatana Dharma and the discipline given there for a human to follow is for our own benefit. By not following it, we are only going to suffer. So without realizing that, people think that whatever they want to do, they will do, and that is how one should live. Just do whatever you want to do. And that is the right way to live. You don't worry about others. Think only about ourselves. So these are the kind of thinking that they think. If they do not understand that there is more to this creation than just life happening accidentally. So, so that is. So, nashta chittaha मन्दमतयश्च ते जनाः इमां दृष्टिम् अवलम्ब्य क्रूरे कार्ये आसक्ताः शत्रवः सन्तः means having enemies jagatah nashaya pravartante. So automatically they will build enemies, right? When someone does all cruel things, they will build enemies, and by having enemies, it is not they cannot lead a good life, a happy life. Eventually, though they feel they are happy right now, eventually they will have to face the consequence, if not in this life, in some other life. So that is the reason why they don't realize. Sometimes in the next life, even though they are doing everything correctly, still some difficulties will come across their way, and then they will think, I have been leading a very righteous life, very disciplined life, why is this happening to me? So that is because of the things that they might have done knowingly or unknowingly in the previous life. So that we should keep in mind. Only if we understand that, we will lead a righteous life, and then lay a good path for our future life. So that is the kind of thinking one should have. But they are not willing to accept that. Many people are not willing to accept that. They are not willing to see beyond this life. So they are not preparing for their next life to have. They are planning about tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow what am I going to eat? I need some money. So I am marrying. I am going to have a family. So they are saving for their family. They are doing everything fine for as long as they are able to see. So they are able to have a vision about their life, how it is going to be in this life, right? But they are unable to visualize how it is going to be after they leave this body, where that Atma is going to go. It is going to enter another Sharira. There again, I have to lead a life. In that life, if I want to be how I am right now, like happily, then I have to follow a disciplined life. I have to accrue some good karma, and try to remove any bad karma that I have by doing good karyas. So this kind of thinking, many people are not willing to do. So that is why they keep saying there is only one life to live. You simply enjoy, do whatever you want, and things like that. So, and another thing is also there. So people who are very difficult with others, they cause difficulty with others all the time. They make so many of enemies. They behave in such a way that nobody likes them. Always very rude, always very troubling, doesn't give peace to anybody. Such kind of people will take the life of a creature which nobody likes. Say, for example, a snake. Many people, majority of the people don't like snakes. Of course, some people grow snakes as pets. That is, very few people are there. But most of the people, they are afraid or don't like. Not only afraid, we don't like, right? Because of its skin and the way it looks and all. It is not just fear. It is also a kind of dislike. Now there are animals that we fear, but not that disgusting feeling. Like lion, we fear, but it still looks good, right? We are not feeling bad about its appearance, or that appearance is not bothering us. Only the fear, because it will kill, we have that fear. But whereas with snake, it is not just about the fear of killing, that it will kill us, but also the appearance we don't like, right? So somebody who leads a life where they scare people, where they act in a way that people will dislike them really, doing all disgusting things, will obtain the life of such animals where nobody will like them. Nobody will be with them. There is no way people would like to be with such kind of animals. Whereas there are other animals where people like very much and they show so much of love and grow, right? All the pet animals are like that, most of them. And even if it is not a pet animal, also we enjoy certain animals, watching them and enjoy them. So that is one thing we need to remember. So we have to keep such things in mind. And Anantaram, that's all. So they will cause the destruction of the Jagat. అనంతరం జయప్రద గారు చదువుతారా?
నమస్తే శ్రీవాణి గారు.
నమస్తే.
కామమాశ్రిత్య దుష్పూరం దంభమానమదాన్వితాః మోహాత్ గృహీత్వా సద్గ్రాహాన్ ప్రవర్తంతే శుచివ్రతాః. కామమాశ్రిత్య, ఇవన్నీ నాకు చెప్పడం రాదండి.
కామం ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం. ఆశ్రిత్య లబంత.
దుష్పూరం
ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం దుష్పూరం. దంభమాన మదాన్వితాః బహువచనం, ప్రథమ బహువచనం. అనంతరం మోహాత్. చెప్పండి విభక్తి. మోహాత్
పంచమి విభక్తి.
పంచమి ఏకవచనం.
గృహీత్వా
స్వాంతం.
ఓకే.
అసద్గ్రాహాన్ ద్వితీయ బహువచనం. ప్రవర్తంతే
అంటే
ప్రథమ పురుష బహువచనం. లట్లకార. అశుచి వ్రతాః.
అశుచి
అదంతా ఒకటే పదం. అశుచి వ్రతాః ప్రథమ బహువచనం.
దుష్పూరం అసఖ్య పూరణం. పదార్థః దుష్పూరం అసఖ్య పూరణం. కామం ఇచ్ఛా విశేషం. ఆశ్రిత్య అవలంబ్య. మోహాత్ అవివేకాత్. దంభమాన మదాన్వితాః దంభాభిమాన గర్వ సహితాః. అసద్గ్రహాన్ దుష్నిశ్చయాన్. అశుచివ్రతాః అశుద్ధ కర్మణః. ప్రవృత్తాః భవంతి. అన్వయః దుష్పూరం కామం ఆశ్రిత్య దంభమాన మదాన్వితాః మోహాత్ అసద్గ్రహాన్ గృహీత్వా అశుచివ్రతాః ప్రవర్తంతే. తాత్పర్యం తేహి దంభావిధిభిః సమన్వితాః గర్హితం వ్రతం చరంతస్య అమితం విషయాభిలాషం ఆశ్రిత్య అనర్థకరాన్ నిర్ణయాన్ విధాయ జగతః నాశాయ ప్రవర్తంతే. మాధవ మతం. దుఃఖేన పూరణీయం కామం ఆశ్రిత్య మిథ్యాజ్ఞాన స్వభావాత్ కుశాశ్రాభ్యా
సజన్య విపరీత
నిశ్చయాన్ గృహీత్వా శుద్ధభోగాయ ప్రవర్తంతే. వ్యాకరణం दम्भस्य मानस्य मदस्य दम्भमानमदाः द्वन्द्वः दम्भमान मदैः अन्विताः दम्भमानमदान्विताः तृतीया तत्पुरुषा असन्तस्य ते ग्राहस्य असद्ग्राहाः तान् कर्मधारयः अशुचि व्रतं येषां ते अशुचिव्रताः बहुव्रीहिः.
So atra kamam dushpuram kamam. Okay, dushpuram kamam ashritya means kamam ashritya by taking or residing or having ashrayam in the kamam means in the desire. What kind of desire? Dushpuram means which cannot be satisfied. Having kamam is necessary to some extent to fulfill our duties. Having kamam is fine, but these people, what kind of kamam do they have? Dushpuram kamam ashritya dambhamana madanvitaha. So they become the people who are full of dambha, mana and madam. Mohat, and with again illusion. Asatgrahan grihitva. Asatgrahan means asat grahan means thinking which is not good. Grihitva means having ideas which are not at all good ideas. They will follow such ideas. Means let me steal his money. That is a evil idea. Such kind of ideas they will entertain, and then pravartante. They will act upon it. Not only planning such ideas, but they will act upon them. Ashuchi vrataha pravartante. So they become ashuchi vrataha. Right? Ashuti vrataha means having very impure thoughts.
Ashuddha karmanaha.
So here ashuddha karmanaha. Ashuddha karmanaha means people who do bad deeds. Akarmana. Okay? Ashuddha karmana. They become that. They become ashuddha karmanaha. By thinking of bad deeds and following into action also, they become such. So here, basically a small story is given as an example. So one is having the arrogance. One story is based on the how people can be dambhamana madanvitaha. And the second one is
Normally.
asadgrahan grihitva. So once, there will be a king. A king once asks for a child who is long living because he already had a child whom he lost. So he will pray for a child who has a long life, like a Chiranjeevi. So he will have the son and he will be blessed. He will, whatever he requested will be granted, and the child will have a long life. So, but this child, as he is growing up, he will understand that he has this boon to have a long life. And because of that, he will develop an arrogance. Okay, I have a very long life. So he will be looking at others and he will keep saying, you know what, I have a very long life. You won't live as long as I live. Like that, he will start troubling people. He will start troubling people and making fun of them, and always keep reminding them that, they are going to die before him and all such things. So finally, the father will come to know about what his son is doing. So he will scold his son. He will say, "This is not the right way. I prayed for you to have a long life. But you should not that there is nothing great in you, right? I requested and the boon was granted and you got a long life. There is no reason for you to have so much of arrogance because of that. You should be humble. So this person, he's so arrogant, this Chiranjeevi, he's so arrogant that he will not even respect his father. He will talk to his father also like that only, like how he's talking to others. So he will, of course, the father, when he prayed for a son with long life, he was granted. Means that father also is not an ordinary person. He is a person who is doing his abhyasa, and because of that only he was granted that boon. So he who has the power to get the boon will also have the power to nullify it to the son. So immediately he will say, see, I did not ask for a son who lives long but causes trouble. I never asked for such a son. So I will ask for the boon to be removed, and he will do the same. So his that boy's life will no longer be as granted. So such things will happen. Like basically, when this is a small story, but what it is trying to tell is whatever we are blessed with, we should not have arrogance about it. The minute arrogance is added to any good quality that we have, it will no longer be useful to anybody. Now, some people will be blessed. Many people are blessed with many things, right? Some can sing very well, some can cook very well, some can play very well, some can do something else very well. There are so many good qualities in all of us. But we should never develop arrogance towards the good qualities that we have. We can make good use of it. We can be confident knowing that we have such good qualities, knowing that we are blessed with such good qualities. We can be confident about it. We can use them to for the benefit of our own selves or for the benefit of others. All that can be done, but that arrogance should not develop. So what is the first how do we notice that we have that? How can we check with ourselves how we have that? How are we feeling about it? Are we making fun of others who do not have that kind of quality? Or even if we don't openly make fun of them, are we inside thinking, oh, this person doesn't know how to do that, I know that, like that also? That kind of thinking is also not good. Even though we are not saying it out, it certainly is not good, even if we think within ourselves. So such things we can always keep a check on. This is for somebody who has too much of this dambha, okay, quality. Then another one is kamam ashritya, dushpuram kamam ashritya. For this, another small story that is there is a person who is also a sadhaka. He learned all the shastras in his previous life. So in this life, he has all that knowledge of the shastras. And but in this life, he is born and he becomes a friend to a king. So, and as a king, that king is learning so many other things, right? Horse riding, swimming, shastras, and all that he is learning. Gada yuddham, hunting, all this he's learning. So he also wants to learn all those, though he is not born into the family of a king, or he is not a kshatriya by qualities, his own qualities or whatever. He wants to be like the king. So that is the kama. That is the karma. So he will become friend. He will be with the king. He will be enjoying all the benefits, but he wants to become like the king. So he will ask the king, can I also go to hunting with you? So the king will say, okay, sure, come. So, um, so he will go to hunting with along with the king, but he's not trained, right? He's not trained like the king, but he thinks that he just wants to do. There is no reason behind him wanting to go hunting, and he also wants to hunt. It is not simply watching the king, but he actually wants to hunt. So he will take a bow and arrow and he will shoot it out. He doesn't know where he is shooting. He will simply shoot it. It will go and hit a Maharshi. Maharshi is sitting somewhere. It will hit the Maharshi. So the Maharshi will curse him. What will he curse? You will be born as a hunter in your next life.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
So in the next life, this person will apologize. I am. You please pardon my ajnanam with that desire to do whatever the king wants to do. I did this. Please um, please do not curse me like that. But obviously, as we all know, once the curse is given, maybe they can do some modification to it, but it cannot be nullified. So the Maharshi will say, okay, you will be born as a hunter, but you will still remember the Shastras that you have mastered in your previous life. But you will lead the life of a hunter only. So he will be born as a hunter, but he will still, so whatever knowledge he has acquired, he will not lose. But he has to experience that life of a hunter. Only then he can nullify his whatever bad effect he has accrued, and only in the next life he can again be born into a family where he can continue his learning. Okay, so like that. So the kamam, dushpuram kamam, means having desire. Everybody will have desires. That desire will come automatically sometimes, but that is where we have to use our buddhi. So now I have this, when I see somebody, they will be doing something, they are very good at it. Immediately, I also feel like, Abba, she's doing she's singing so beautifully. I wish I also want to sing. Okay, having that feeling is fine, but then we have to see the practicality of it. And already we must be in some journey, right? So suddenly going there, are we equipped with whatever we need to do that? That also we have to see. So not everybody can do everything, at least at any time. So there are certain things that we will be able to do or we will not be able to do. Certain things for good reasons, if we do, that is again a different thing. But here he caused prananashtam, right? By going to hunting and not being trained in that, he caused nashtam. So let us think like this. Say, for example, a person is there who likes to teach, but they are not very knowledgeable. So when they are not very knowledgeable, just because they want to teach, they cannot project themselves as a teacher and start teaching where they are unable to impart all the correct knowledge to the children. Like even a music teacher, for example, if she doesn't know the swarasthanas properly, and if she starts teaching, she will be teaching everything wrong. Right? The swarasthanas, it is very important to teach them correctly. So she herself, though she studied, she went to music classes and learned a little bit, but she still doesn't know very well the swarasthanas. So what can she teach? She cannot teach correctly. So that is causing somebody else to be at loss. That other student will be learning it incorrectly. And singing incorrectly in wrong shruti is not good. It is it is considered as a sin also, because all our Karnataka Sangeetam, in our Karnataka Sangeetam or Nrityam or any art form, we consider it as Devata, right? Each raga is a Devata. So only if you sing the raga correctly in proper Shruti and with the raga Lakshanas, only then you are worshipping that deity with full bhakti. That is how it is considered. That is the reason why all our Vaggayakaras chose that Bhakti Marga to worship their favorite deities. Why? Because there are many ways. There are many ways where you can reach the Paramatma. Not everybody need to do only meditation or yoga or dhyanam. There are many ways. All the Vaggayakaras picked this way of Sangeetam, through Sangeetam. They expressed their bhakti. But that is the reason why there is so much of arti in the compositions that they sing, right? Even after so many thousands of years, we are able to feel the devotion in those songs. Why? Because of that raga bhava. If only the words are put, there is no much effect. Now, if somebody else sings the same kritis without that raga, with something else raga, will there be the bhava? There won't be the bhava. The bhakti bhava is gone. Whatever that poet felt while he composed it, that bhava cannot be experienced by us if we change it and sing some other way.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So it has to be sung correctly. So somebody projecting themselves as a music teacher and unable to teach it correctly is performing a sin. That is because of their desire. Whether the intention, this is unknowingly doing something wrong. So depending on what they choose to do, knowingly or unknowingly, that is how they can accrue the sin. Okay, because of the dushpuram kamam. So dushpuram kamam, in whatever example I gave is in a very subtle way, but sometimes it can be in a very destructive way also. Like people who like to, they show in the movies, right? They want to get the control of the whole world, so they will be trying to get these powers and distract everybody or get whatever they want from whatever powerful things that are there in the world. All these we see in the movies, right? So that is only depicting how people with dushpuram kamam, how they behave. Like Duryodhana, for example, whatever he has, he is not satisfied. He wants everything for himself. And he doesn't want, not only does he want everything for himself, he doesn't want to share it with his cousins. That is also there. That is also there. It is not that only he wants everything. That is there. He wants, but he doesn't want them. There, that jealousy is there. Because of jealousy, see, many people, if they have enough for themselves, that is not enough for them. They don't want anybody else also to have that. That is that kind of mentality is also there. That kind of thinking is also there. They are not just happy because they have something. They won't be happy if somebody else also has that. Everybody else should be below them. Only they should be above them. That kind of thinkings also are there. So all that will come under this dushpuram kamam. Insatiable, insatiable desire means that desire can never be. I want to have everything. I should be the most beautiful one. I should be the one who is wearing the most expensive clothes in the party. I should be the one who did a very the grandest wedding. Nobody else should have done within their circles. Like that. That kind of desires people will have. And with such kind of desires, what are they doing? They are sometimes going beyond the path of dharma. Now, if they are spending their own money, that is one thing. Sometimes people go beyond that. They try to take advantage of people for money or many things. Many things can happen in that process. So somebody wants to. These also we have seen many times in the movies. Like the villain wants his son to get college first, though that son is not a good student. So he will go and threaten the principal and get a certificate that his son got highest marks or something. So
Too much.
that desire is there that his son should be the first rank holder. Because of that, he will do whatever is needed to threaten the teacher, to threaten the principal. Whatever is needed, he will do so that his son will be given maximum. So that is the result of dushpuram kamam. So having kamam, wanting your son to excel in studies is nothing wrong, but not at the cost of something else, right? So these are the examples we can connect it to in our everyday life. So sometimes if we feel or if we see somebody feeling, we see this kind of, we say this peer pressure, right? When somebody else is doing, we also want to do. When somebody else did, there is a, in that peer pressure, there are two things. One is inferiority. If we don't do, some people fear that we may not be included or we may not be considered as normal. For that reason, some people do. That is not because of desire. That is only because they feel inferior. But whereas in other things, some people have that desire. Oh, she threw a party. I have to throw a party much grander than that. Such kind of desires are not good. Even the second kind is also, though it is not a desire, one need not feel inferior. As long as we know what we are doing is the right thing, we are not causing any trouble to anyone. And if we are doing the right thing, we should not be afraid to do, even if it is different from the rest of the people. Right? So if everybody is using a costly mobile, say for example, and if we have an old mobile, many times people feel inferior. Array, everybody is using, they will laugh at me. What will they think? So I also have to buy. So they feel pressured. So that is what is called inferiority complex. So that one need not have. We are not doing anything wrong by not using the costly phone, right? So as long and for our needs, if this phone is working, then just because what others think, we need not force ourselves. So such checkpoints we have to have, because many times we will get the pressure from family and friends. They will say, everybody is using, why are you not using? Why should you be like this? You do this, you do that. They mean well only, but they are also trapped in that societal peer pressure thing. So they are forcing that upon the rest of the family. But if we are strong enough, we need not fall for it. That is what I'm trying to say. And we have to learn to be strong also. We should not give in to such comparisons. We should not give in to such comparisons, because what will happen if we give in? Say for example, we are not in a position to spend so much on the phone. We have other expenses which are more important. But if we let this pressure take the better of us, what will we do? We'll compromise on something else and we'll try to get this, right? Especially when we don't have enough money to purchase it. What will we do? We will try to do something somehow to manage it. Means we are compromising somewhere else. We are compromising somewhere else. That is how this corruption came into the system to start with, because of the desire. Now, a government employee, he wants to have so much of, not government employee, I meant to say a politician. A politician wants, even a government employee, we can say, all the government employees who are taking bribes. Why are they taking bribes? They have very good salaries. Government is paying very good amount. But why are they taking bribes? Because they want a bigger house. They want their children to study with the donation, not if they have talent. Even though they don't have talent, they want them to study. So they want to pay big donations. Now, where are they going to get that kind of money? Now, for a regular life, the salary is enough. But if they want all this extra, these are the extra desires. So where will they get? So they will compromise. So they will, whatever job they are doing, there they will try to take some bribes. If you give me this, only then I will get it done. So they are using all that. Now, if the child is not really talented, what is the point in paying so much of donation and putting her in some engineering or or medical college only to ruin somebody's life later on? If the child is really talented and because of a genuine reason they are unable to get, then paying donation is one thing. But many times what is happening, whether the student is prepared or not, whether they have the capability or not, parents are kind of forcing them into certain courses by paying donation. Somehow they will get some job and land somewhere. But whether they are able to perform that job correctly, if they don't, and it will cause trouble to somebody else's life will be in danger. So all such things also are the reason for those are considered as ashuchi vrataha and asadgrahan, right? So all these will become turn into these evil ideas and ashuchi vrataha, like that they will turn into. So that small desire which started as a small desire is turning into something which is causing harm to so many other people.
People are నిజమేనండి.
So that way, one has to, the minute one comes to our mind, a desire, whether it is bound by dharma, whether it is part of our responsibility. Such checkpoints we have to have, and accordingly we have to act. If the student, yes, I want my daughter or son to become a doctor, but are they capable? That is the checkpoint that I need to do. Are they capable? Do they have the intellect to be able to study such kind of course? If they don't, then what is the point? Right? So then whatever they are capable of, we can train them to do that. If we don't have dushpuram kamam, we really don't need that high kind of education where you have to pay crores of money and get that seat. And because you paid so much of money to get that education, later on again collecting that kind of money from the patients, all that is needed. Right? Many times that is what is happening. We are spending so much, so we have to get it back. And how are we going to get it back? By taking more and more money from the patients, even who are unable to pay, or writing tests which are not needed. All such things are happening in the corporate hospitals because of that only. So like this, one is leading, one which we started off with having a genuine desire is turning into something that we did not even plan for sometimes. Sometimes unknowingly this path is taken by many people. Why? Because this dushpuram kamam is leading them into that. Not everybody is born like an evil person, right? Everybody is pure. When they are born, they are pure at heart. But the kamam is coming. When the person is born, kamam is also born. But if we are always bound by dharma, then we will not take up that path. Only when we are not bound by dharma, the kamam will take a wrong turn. The kamam will take a wrong turn and it will make us do all these bad things, which will cause trouble to others and as well as us. And then what will happen? In our next life, we will take the birth which we really don't want to, like this hunter, like this Maharshi or this Muni who learned all the Shastras, right? He learned all the Shastras means he should understand that he should follow the path of Dharma. But still he let the Kamam take the better side of him. So he ended up being a hunter in his next life. So such things will happen if we don't keep Kamam in control. Okay. Anantaram, Lakshmi Bhagini.
भगिनि चिन्तामपरिमेयां च प्रलयान्तामुपाश्रिताः कामोपभोगपरमा एतावदिति निश्चिताः आशापाशशतैर्बद्धाः कामक्रोधपरायणाः ईहन्ते कामभोगार्थम् अन्यायेनार्थसञ्चयान् चिन्ताम् अपरिमेयां च प्रलयान्ताम् उपाश्रितः कामोपभोगपरमा एतावत् इति निश्चिताः आशापाशशतैः बद्धाः कामक्रोधपरायणाः ईहन्ते कामभोगार्थम् अन्याय कथं भवति अन्यायेन
अधर्मेण
अन्यायेन अर्थसञ्चयान् चितां द्वितीया एकवचनम् अपरिमेयां द्वितीया एकवचनं च अव्ययम् प्रलयान्तां द्वितीया एकवचनम् उपाश्रिताः प्रथमा बहुवचनं कामोपभोगपरमाः प्रथमा बहुवचनं एतावत्
प्रथमा बहुवचनं काम उपभोगपरमाः
प्रथमा बहुवचनं एतावत् अव्ययं किल
नपुंसक प्रथमा एकवचनम्
प्रथमा एकवचनम् इति अव्ययम् निश्चिताः प्रथमा बहुवचनम् आशापाशशतैः तृतीया बहुवचनं बद्धाः प्रथमा बहुवचनं कामक्रोधपरायणाः प्रथमा बहुवचनं ईहन्ते ईहन्ते प्रथमपुरुष बहुवचनं कामभोगार्थं भोगार्थम् अव्ययमेव ल
प्रथमा एकवचनं
प्रथमार्थ भोगार्थम् आल्सो कामभोगार्थं प्रथमा एकवचनं अन्या
अन्यायेन
अन्यायेन अन्यायेन
तृतीया एकवचनं
एकवचनम् अर्थसञ्चयान् प्रथमा द्वितीया बहुवचनं स्व पदार्थः अपरिमेयां परिमातुम् अशक्यां प्रलयान्तां मरणान्ताम् उपाश्रिताः अवलम्बिताः कामोपभोगपरमाः विषयानुभव परमपुरुषार्थाः एतावत् इयत् निश्चिताः कृतनिर्णयाः आशापाशशतैः स्पृहारज्जुशतैः कामक्रोधपरायणाः रागद्वेषासक्ताः कामभोगार्थं विषयानुभवार्थम् अन्यायेन अधर्मेण अर्थसञ्चयान् वस्तुसमुदायान् ईहन्ते वाञ्छन्ति अन्वयः अपरिमेयां प्रलयान्तां चिन्तां च उपाश्रिताः कामोपभोगपरमाः एतावत् इति निश्चिताः आशापाशशतैः बद्धाः कामक्रोधपरायणाः कामभोगार्थम् अन्यायेन अर्थसञ्चयान् ईहन्ते तात्पर्यं पठामि वा भगिनि
पठतु
तात्पर्यं तेषां विचारः तादृशः भवति यः अपरिमितः भवति यस्य च फलं भवति अन्ततः मरणम् तेषां मतेन विषयोपभोगरूपः कामः एव प्रधानः पुरुषार्थः कामजन्यसुखात् अतिरिक्तं सुखं ते न अङ्गीकुर्वन्ति नानाविधैः आशापाशैः बद्धाः ते कामक्रोधादिना सहिताः विषयभोगार्थम् अधर्म्येण मार्गेण धनसङ्ग्रहं कर्तुमिच्छन्ति व्याकरणं न परिमेया अपरिमेया ताम् नैन् तत्पुरुषः प्रलयः अन्तः यस्याः सा प्रलयान्ता ताम् बहुव्रीहिः काम्यन्ते इति कामाः विषयाः कर्मणि ङै कामानाम् उपभोगः कामोपभोगः षष्ठी तत्पुरुषः कामोपभोगः एव परमः येषां ते कामोपभोगपरमाः बहुव्रीहिः आशा एव पाशाः आशापाशाः कर्मधारयः आशापाशानां शतानि आशापाशशतानि तैः आशापाशशतैः षष्ठी तत्पुरुषः कामश्च क्रोधश्च कामक्रोधौ द्वन्द्वः परम् अयनं परायणं कर्मधारयः कामक्रोधौ परायणं येषां ते कामक्रोधपरायणाः बहुव्रीहिः कामभोगाय इदं कामभोगार्थम् नित्यसमासः अयं चतुर्थी तत्पुरुषः अर्थानां सञ्चयाः अर्थसञ्चयाः तां षष्ठी तत्पुरुषः
So here chintam means
विचारः न
here in the pada this one he didn't give aparimeya
तात्पर्ये अस्ति तेषां विचारः तादृशः भवति
so basically chinta means to
thoughts.
Aparimeyam chintam means that which cannot be measured, the thought or the what you regard as important. Pralayantam upashritaha pralayantam upashritaha kamopaboga paramaha etavat iti nischitaha. So here they are talking about people who are kamopabhoga paramaha, means they are completely immersed in the pleasures of kamam, in the pleasures of attaining the desires, whatever it is. Here the desire can be anything, like wanting to hunt. In the case of this learned person that we discussed earlier, he wanted to go for hunting. That is his desire. So he was enjoying whatever he was doing. He did not think whether he's trained for it. Is it right for him to do that? He did not think about it, right? He just indulged in it. So similarly, there will be again, which is not dharma. Whatever you do, which is not dharma, is like indulging in it, giving into the kamam. So those people who are indulging and immersed in the enjoyment of the desire, even it can be as simple as eating more than what is necessary to your body. That also can be considered as a kamopabhoga paramaha. Eating food that is not needed or good for your body and indulging in it, not eating like just once in a while, not like that. Some people morning to evening, they will be eating all this food which is not good for their body also. It is not helping their body in any way. That is also indulging. That is also not the right path, because you are not taking care of your body. That is also your responsibility, right? And we are not taking care of it, not performing your duties, idling away the time. All these things, again, because of the desires that we have, we are unable to, we are not on the path of dharma. That way we can say. Okay, upashritaha. Where are they upashritaha? Kamopabhoga paramaha. Right? So, aparimeyam, immeasurable, thinking that this is it. Um, Thinking that these are the things that I have to enjoy. Always worrying about the things that they are unable to obtain. Because they have dushpuritam kamam, right? So whatever they get, they are enjoying, but at the same time they also have this insatiable desire. So because of that, and then they also think that this is it, this is what I need to do, this is more of it I need to get, more of it I need to get. So, and then this is how one has to live their life. So we see people enjoying life, but by wasting their time, right? They go drinking, they keep watching movies which are not even good, and doing things that, that are of no use and only harmful to others, like that. And then they think not only doing that, but they also think that this is how one should live. Nischitaha. Etavat iti nischitaha. So they also decide that this is how one should live. Okay, this is it. This is how the life should be lived. And then asha pasha shataihi baddhaha. So they are also bound by so many asha pasha shataihi, by so many hopes. Okay, I hope I have this. I hope I have that. Hundreds of hopes they have. They are bound by it. Kama Krodha Parayanaha. So, what will happen if we have so many hopes which are not even, what do you say, justified? See, having a hope, anyone can have a hope. I hope I become a king. Will I become a king? I cannot become a king. So, then what will it lead me to? Krodha. Right? Kama Krodha Parayanaha means these hopes will, bound by these hopes, one will become Kama Krodha Parayanaha. They give in to anger, they give in to lust. I wish I can have this beautiful woman. Okay, that is giving into the lust. And Krodha, I don't get what I want. Then Krodha will happen. Ihante. Okay, they try to survive, having all these kama and krodha and all that. Kama bhogartam anyayena artha sanchayan. What is artha sanchayan?
Will collect, they will get,
Vastu samudayan ihante vanchanti. So they keep gathering
they
things.
will acquire things.
They will be accruing things.
No wrong ways, they will collect things.
In the anyayena, yes. So here also, for this
They-
also, there is
To
a
fulfill
small...
their wish, to fulfill their wish, they will go in the wrong way and collect the
Yes,
things.
yes. And for this example is, I don't know the name of that person, but the person who is with Vatapi. You all know the story of Vatapi?
Ilvalan Vatapin.
What is that first name you
Brother.
said?
Ilvalan, I think. Ilvalaha Vatapi.
And Vatapi.
Ilvaludu, Vatapi. Brothers they are.
What is the relation between those brothers?
Brothers, both
They
are
are
brothers.
brothers.
They are brothers only.
So this Vatapi has a boon that he will not die. Right? So what
Yeah.
will they do? And he can become like, he can enter people into people's bodies in Adrishya Rupa. And he can again come out alive. So when he comes out alive, that person will die, obviously. Because he will tear the body and come out, so that other person will die. So these two brothers will think of a plan. So they think, okay, we want money. We want so much of dhanam. Where can we get? We will go to people who are very rich. Okay. And we will invite them for lunch. And I will, so this person has a boon to turn into any form that he wants. So he will turn Vatapi into some kind of like a chicken or whatever. And he will cook a nice meal with that meat, and he will feed whoever they invite. A rich person they will invite, and they will feed. So that rich person will eat. And after he eats, then this brother will call, Vatapi, please come.
Outside.
So he will come out of that rich person's stomach, and that rich person will die because he will open the stomach and come. So that person will die. So these people will take all his money. Like that, they will be accruing money. They will be accruing money. So one time what will happen, the Agastya Muni is there. He will get married to Lopamudra. And Lopamudra originally is a princess. She is not from a ascetic family. So she is from a king's family. But somehow they will get married. And with Lopamudra likes to marry Agastya. The father also willingly will give Lopamudra to Agastya. They will get married. And then as they are living in the ashramam, Lopamudra once says, since I came from a king's family, for some time I would like to have the life, a little luxurious life. So Agastya will say, okay, but for that we need to have some money. So how are we going to get that money? So he will discuss with a few people, and he will approach a few kings actually first. So all the kings will tell, whatever we are earning from the people, we are spending it again on the people. We don't have any extra money. And okay, so what shall we do? Okay, let us go to that king. They both will go to another king. Again, they three will go to another king. Like this, after he goes, then everybody, those people will decide, see, nobody has money. Only this, the brother's name, whatever it is, only he has such money. Okay, the Vatapi and his brother seem to have some money, extra money. Shall we go and ask them? Then the kings will say, no, actually they are a little tricky. Whoever they invite for lunch are not coming back. There is something going on there, so let us not go there. But Agastya will say, no, 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 we'll go. You don't worry, because I want to give whatever my wife asked for, so I need that money. Let us go. So they will go. And then the kings will say, okay, we'll go and ask, but if he does something else, let us not accept. So he will say, no, you have to have lunch at our home. So the other three kings will say, no, 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 we don't want, let us just go back. So Agastya will say, no, 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 what will happen? Let us simply, accept his offer, and he will sit for the meal. The kings will not sit, but Agastya will sit. So the brother will plan again like every time, and he will turn Vatapi into some other food, and he will cook it and he will feed Agastya. Agastya will eat, and so now the brother will say Vatapi, he will say, but before he could complete the sentence, Agastya will say Jirnam. Vatapi Jirnam. So, because Agastya is again a very great Muni, his words will have that effect, and the Vatapi will be digested. So, the brother will be calling Vatapi and he's not coming. So, he will understand what has happened. And Agastya also will understand. So, this was their plan. So, he will say, okay, so you have earned a lot of money by wrongful means. You killed so many people to earn that money. Now for you to get rid of your sins, you use this for a good purpose. So this is what we are planning to do. It is not just that now a question may arise that even Agastya is taking from somebody just because his wife asked. So the thing is, he will tell, even to Lopamudra, he will tell, we cannot simply take somebody's money and enjoy it. So he will build some temple or something, or he will make her do a vrata with that money, where through that vratam, again she has to please a goddess, where she will get that Aiswaryam, and with that they will earn some money, something like that. So finally, so here what is the thing? Artha Sanchayan. So, Anyayena Artha Sanchayan. It is an example for that. What Vatapi and his brother did are Kama Bhogartham Anyayena Artha Sanchayan ihante. So, just to satisfy their desires of having that so much of dhanam, Anyayena. They tried to earn money by wrongful means. Even in our daily life also, we will see a few such people, right? When there is a chance, they will try to cheat us. When the product is worth only so much, they will try to sell it for a little bit more if possible. So that is again anyayam. Even in business, there is some dharma. Even in vyaparam, there is a dharma. We have to follow that dharma. But these days, many people are still following dharma, but some people are not. So they are trying to anyayena artha sanchayan. So earning money is not wrong. Trying to have some things is not bad, but trying to get them by improper means, that is not correct. So that is an example for that. Anantaram, yeah. So that is the shloka. So here, aparimeyam pralayantam chintam cha upashritaha कामोपभोगपरमाः एतावत् इति निश्चिताः आशापाशशतैः बद्धाः कामक्रोधपरायणाः कामभोगार्थम् अन्यायेन अर्थसञ्चयान् ईहन्ते. Okay? So having this insatiable desire and aparimitaha, aparimeyaha, there is no mitam there. Which is possible, which is not possible, no such calculations are there. They are simply taking over unlawful means to acquire whatever they need. Artha sanchayan, anything. Some people might want money, some people might want other things. It can be anything, any kind of materialistic things. To gain that, they are following unlawful ways to attain that, and thinking this is it. Whatever they are doing is how one should lead a life. Astu. Anantaram. Savitri Bhagini.
Yes. Idammadhya maya labdham imam prapsye manoratham idamastidamapi me bhavishyati punardhanam asau maya hatah shatrurhanishye चापरानपि ईश्वरोऽहमहं भोगी सिद्धोऽहं बलवान् सुखी आढ्योऽभिजनवानस्मि कोऽन्यो अस्ति सदृशो मया यक्ष्ये दास्यामि मोदिष्य इत्यज्ञानविमोहिताः अनेकचित्तविभ्रान्ता मोहजालसमावृताः प्रसक्ताः कामभोगेषु प्रतन्ति नरके अशुचौ इदम् अद्य मया लब्धम् इमं प्राप्स्ये मनोरथम् इदम् अस्ति इदम् अपि मे भविष्यति पुनर्धनम् असौ मया हतः शत्रुः अनिष्ये चापरान् अपि ईश्वरो अहं भोगी सिद्धः अहं बलवान् सुखी आढ्यो जनवान् अस्मि आढ्यः अभिजनवान् अस्मि को अन्यो अस्ति सदृशः मया यक्ष्ये दास्यामि मोदिष्य इति अज्ञानविमोहिताः अनेकचित्तविभ्रान्ताः मोहजालसमावृताः प्रसक्ताः कामभोगेषु प्रतन्ति नरके अशुचौ इदं प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचन अद्य अव्ययं मया तृतीया विभक्ति एकवचनं लब्धम् इमं लब्धं द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचनं इमं प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं प्राप्स्ये प्रा उपसर्गः
धातु
आर्त धातु आप धातु तृतीया उत्तम पुरुष एकवचनं
लिट् लकारं
लिट् मनोरथं द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचनम् इदं प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनम् अस्ति प्रथमा पुरुष एकवचनम् इदम् अपि ये प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनम् अपि अव्यय मे मम मे सप्तमी विभक्ति षष्ठी विभक्ति एकवचनं भविष्यति भूधातु लट्लकार प्रथमा पुरुष एकवचन पुनर्धनं प्रथमा विभक्ति
पुनः अव्ययं धनं
प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं पुनः अव्ययम् असौ प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं मया तृतीया विभक्ति एकवचनं हतः प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं शत्रुः प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं अनिष्ये हनिष्ये लट्लकार उत्तम पुरुष एकवचन सम्यक् वा च अपरान् अपि च अव्यय अपरान् प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं
द्वितीया बहुवचनम् अपरान्
द्वितीया बहुवचनम् अपि अव्ययम् ईश्वरः प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनम् अहं प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं भोगी प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं सिद्धः प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं अहं प्रथमा एकवचनं बलवान् प्रथमा एकवचनं सुखी प्रथमा एकवचनं आढ्यः प्रथमा एकवचनं अभिजनवान् प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं अस्मि उत्तम पुरुष एकवचन कः प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचन अन्यः प्रथमा एकवचन अस्ति प्रथम पुरुष एकवचन सदृशः अव्ययं वा प्रथमा एकवचन
सदृशः प्रथमा एकवचन
मया तृतीया विभक्ति एकवचन यक्ष्ये तृतीया उत्तम पुरुष एकवचनं दास्यामि उत्तम पुरुष एकवचनं लृट् लकार मोदिष्य वा प्रिंटिंग मिस्टेक मोदिष्ये उत्तम पुरुष एकवचन लुट् लकारः इत्यज्ञान इति अव्यय अज्ञानविमोहिताः प्रथमा विभक्ति बहुवचन अनेकचित्तविभ्रान्ताः प्रथमा बहुवचन मोहजालसमावृत्ताः प्रथमा बहुवचन प्रसक्ताः प्रथमा बहुवचन कामभोगेषु सप्तमी बहुवचन प्रतन्ति प्र उपसर्गः लट्लकार प्रथमपुरुष बहुवचन नरके सप्तमी बहुवचन अशुचौ अशुचौ सप्तमी भक्ति एकवचन पदार्थः पठामि वा
पठतु
मनोरथम् अभीष्टं प्राप्स्ये लप्स्ये हतः निहतः हनिष्ये नाशयिष्यामि ईश्वरः प्रभुः भोगी भोगसाधनवान् सिद्धः कृतकृत्यः बलवान् बलयुक्तः आढ्यः धनी अभिजनवान् सत्कुलजातः यक्ष्ये यक्षं करिष्ये यज्ञं करिष्ये दास्यामि वितरिष्यामि मोदिष्ये हर्षं प्राप्स्यामि अज्ञानविमोहिताः अविवेकभ्रान्ताः अनेकचित्तविभ्रान्ताः विविधमनोविभ्रममोहिताः मोहजालसमावृत्ताः अविवेकजालसहिताः कामभोगेषु विषयानुभवेषु प्रसक्ताः अत्यन्तमासक्ताः अशुचौ अपवित्रे नरके नरकलोके
ఇప్పుడు అలివేలు భగిని అన్వయ తాత్పర్యం వ్యాకరణం
आं भगिनि
थैंक यू
अन्वयः अद्य इदं मया लब्धम् इमं मनोरथं प्राप्स्ये इदं धनम् अस्ति इदम् अपि मे पुनः भविष्यति असौ शत्रुः मया हतः अपरानपि हनिष्ये अहम् ईश्वरः अहं भोगी अहं सिद्धः बलवान् सुखी आढ्यः अभिजानवान् अस्मि मया सदृशः अन्यः कः अस्ति यक्षे दास्यामि मोदिष्ये इति अज्ञानविमोहिताः अनेकचित्तविभ्रान्ताः मोहजालसमावृताः कामभोगेषु प्रसक्ताः अशुचौ नरके पतन्ति तात्पर्यं ते हि इदं धनं मया अद्य प्राप्तम् इति तच्च धनम् अचिरादेव प्राप्स्यामि इति इदं धनम् इदानीमस्ति इति तच्च धनं मम अचिरादेव भविष्यति इति शत्रुम् इमम् अद्य मारितवान् अन्यानपि शत्रून् अचिरादेव मारयिष्यामि इति अहमेव लोकस्य नियामकः अन्यो नियामको नास्ति इति अहं सर्वैः सुखसाधनैः उपेतः इति अहं कृतकृत्यः इति अहमेव बलवान् सुखी चेति अहं धनिकः इति अहं सत्कुलजातः इति एतादृशस्य मम अन्यः सदृशो नास्ति इति अहं यज्ञं करिष्यामि इति अहं दानं करिष्यामि इति अहं सन्तोषं प्राप्स्यामि इति च स्वच्छन्दं कथयन्तः अविवेकेन भ्रान्ताः नानाविषयेषु मनसः सञ्चारात् मूढाः रागरूपजालेन आवृताः विषयोपभोगे आसक्ताः च अनर्थकारिणि नरके निपतन्ति व्याकरणं भोगः अस्य अस्मिन् वा अस्ति इति भोगी मतुबर्धे इनिः बलम् अस्य अस्मिन् वा अस्ति इति बलवान् मतुप् सुखम् अस्य अस्मिन् वा अस्ति इति सुखी मतुबर्धे इनिः अभिजनः अस्य अस्मिन् वा अस्ति इति अभिजनवान् मतुप् अज्ञानविमोहिताः तृतीया तत्पुरुषः अनेकविषयकं चित्तम् अनेकचित्तम् मध्यमपदलोपी तत्पुरुषः अनेकचित्तेन विभ्रान्ताः అనేక చిత్తేన అన్నారు అనేక విత్త విభ్రాంతః అన్నారు అనేక చిత్త విభ్రాంతాः తృతీయా తత్పురుషः మోహ ఏవ జాలం మోహజాలం కర్మధారయः మోహజాలేన సమావృతాः తృతీయా తత్పురుషः కామానాం భోగాः కామభోగాः తేషు షష్ఠే తత్పురుషः నా శుచిః అశుచిః తస్మిన్ నై తత్పురుషः
అస్తు సో హియర్ ఎర్లియర్ భగిని సావిత్రి భగిని when you were reading where is that word modishyena in the 15th shloka. Actually, in the shloka, it is modishya only. Why? Because that yanta vanta desha sandhi
Lopa. Okay.
lopa.
Lopa. Lopa sandhi. Okay.
But when you do the padavibhaga, it will be modishye.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So here we have pretty much they are self-explanatory, right? The shlokas. Adya. So this is the kind of thinking Moodhaha will have. Adya idam maya labdham. So today I have obtained this. Imam manoratham prapsye. Whatever I wished for, I am able to obtain. Idam dhanam asti. I have so much of dhanam. Idam api me punaha bhavishyati. I will become this. Asau shatruhu maya hataha. Okay, this Shatru is killed by me. Aparan api hanishye. I am able to kill even the others. Aham Ishvaraha. Aham Bhogi. Aham Siddhaha. Balavan Sukhi. Adhyaha Abhijanavan Asmi. Maya Sadrishaha Anyaha Kaha Asti. Who else is there like me? Only I am the only one who is there. 1 second. So, Adhyaha Abhijanavan Asmi. Abhijanavan means he who has a good life. Satkula Jataha. Okay, Dhani. Adhya is Dhani. Abhijanavan is a Satkula Jataha. Means he who has a good birth. Born into a good family. Maya Sadrishaha Anyaha Kaha Asti Yakshye Dasyami. Yakshye means I will perform yagas. Yajnam karishye. Dasyami means I keep donating. Modishye, I keep enjoying. Iti ajnana vimohitaha aneka chitta vibhrantaha mohajala samavritaha kama bhogeshu prasaktaha ashuchau narake patanti. That kind of thinking will throw that person into narakam. So basically, why such kind of thinking will make one be thrown into the narakam? Why? Because thinking that he is the one who is doing everything, thinking that he is the one who even in devotion they say that ahankara bhakti ahankaram they say. We come across such people like, oh, I have performed puja. I spent so much on that puja. I did so much of decoration, and I gave prasadam in which I used 2 kgs of ghee. Like this kind of talk they will be talking. Now, what is needed when you are performing yajna? Bhakti is needed. There should be a purpose for the benefit of everybody. That is the purpose. That should be the purpose. Like Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. That should be the main goal of any kind of yagam that one does. And that's it. So we should feel humbled because we have an opportunity to be able to perform that yaga. That should be the feeling. But how is it happening these days? Many times, many people, how are they expressing? Oh, I have spent so much. I did like this. I did like that. I gave this kind of gifts. So
నేను కాబట్టి చేసా. I only do this. That is their feeling.
That is their feeling. I am
Yeah.
able to give so much of donations.
Yes.
Only that has become a competition also. If somebody
Yes.
donates some amount, somebody else will donate at least 10 rupees more than that because they want an upper hand. So the purpose of the donation is gone. Sometimes just to make people, just to be able to tell that I also am donating. Sometimes they donate for not even proper reasons. They simply give away money. That is again not a good thing. Simply giving donations to people who do not deserve it. That is again not considered as a good practice. So they do that and they modishye. They will enjoy over nothing. That is not a reason for enjoying, but they are enjoying. Even for things that are not done correctly. So, who does such kind of things? Ajnana vimohitaha. Ajnana vimohitaha. People who are in delusion because of ajnanam. Because of ajnanam, they are in delusion. Means in a kind of moham, in a kind of illusion. Because they are ajnanam. So they think, that is how they think. They think that if they are the best, whatever they do is the best. They take pride in things that they do. Pride in the sense not in a good way, but in a boasting way. So such people, where will they end up at the end? They will end up in the naraka. So next, the question comes that why, if somebody is doing some kind of donation, some kind of yaga, some kind of they are doing something, they are giving donations. Why should such people end up in naraka? They are doing all the right things. They are giving donations. They are performing yagas. Why should they fall in naraka? That will be the question. For that, again, the next shlokas will explain. But basically, we already know, we have come across the same. And when you notice, things which are told will be told again and again and again in different angles, from different perspectives. Why? Because sometimes, many times, we don't understand. Even within the things that we do, there will be unknowingly so many mistakes. So we should not commit those mistakes. So for us to be able to understand, the same thing, should not have pride, or should not go out of path of the dharma. And how many ways are there to fall out of path of dharma? Who would have imagined that if you boast about how you performed the puja, that is also wrong? How many people know that? They don't know that. They think we are just telling what we did, what is wrong with it. Right? Initially, that is how it will feel. But what is missing there? Why is even that considered as a fault? Because once you get caught up in that cycle, you will move, like in the previous shloka, how it is told. Once you are caught up in that cycle, you are racing in that path. And soon what is good and what is bad will become blurred. That image will become blurred. That also we see, right? In the movies, how will they show? By accident, somebody will do something wrong. They will, by mistake, they will perform an accident. In that accident, some person will die. Now, originally, that is a very good person. But what will he do in that spur of that moment? He will try to cover up that. And to cover up that, again, he will do several other mistakes. So, getting caught up in that. And why is he doing all that? Because he doesn't want to project himself as a bad person. Though he is not a bad person, accidentally something bad happened. He doesn't want that to be known for various reasons. Obvious reasons. His whole family also will have to suffer. Sometimes the intention might be good, but eventually, at the end, everybody will suffer, right? Because truth will have to come out at one point or another. So, like this, knowingly, unknowingly, sometimes thinking there is nothing wrong in doing, like this, unknowingly, many of us might be doing things which are leading us into the path of adharma. So that is the reason why the same concepts are being told in different ways, in different perspectives. So we will understand thoroughly what is the path of dharma, what are the things that can be done which can very easily push us off the path of dharma. So knowing that, understanding that, in everything that we do, we have to keep doing this self checks. Now, when I'm going to speak this, am I sounding like I am boasting? Am I really boasting? Or even if I don't mean it, do the words sound like that? That kind of observation we have to do within ourselves with whatever we talk. And that humility should be there, that humbleness should be there, that complete surrenderness should be there. With that, if we talk and if the other person takes it incorrectly, that is their problem, not our problem. But as far as we are considered, we should always constantly check with our actions only. We should not worry about somebody else's action. No. Even if I say like this, that person will understand like that only. That is his problem. Let us not worry. We have to only check our intentions. Am I saying it with humbleness in my mind, without any kind of pride, in the wrong sense? Like that, we have to constantly check with ourselves. Am I doing this with devotion? Yatha Shakti. As far as my Shakti is there, I should do. I should not push myself to match somebody else's expectations. What is the most needed one? Bhakti. That is the only thing that is needed in whatever karyam that you do, not only puja, anything that you do, bhakti. If you are giving donation to somebody, are you giving wholeheartedly with a good intention of for whatever reason you are giving? That purpose should be served. Say, for example, you are giving somebody money to purchase food because they don't have anything to eat. So your intention should be that that person should purchase something good and, eat at least for one day, to satiate his hunger. That should be the only intention, not whether for you to tell others that you gave this donation and only because of that he was able to eat that day. No, that should not be the intention, right? So, for us to understand, even those who have done the Pravesha, Parishaya, that 4-level course, if you have noticed, the Subhashitas will be telling again and again and again the same things, right? In most of the Subhashitas, if you summarize what is being told, there are only a set of things which is being constantly told. We should not expect anything. We should not, the Uttama Purusha Lakshanas are given, means always doing good things for others without any expectation. Like a tree, we are always, the Uttama Purusha is compared to trees. Why? Because trees will give. They just give. They don't eat their own fruits. They don't decorate themselves with their own flowers. They are giving out, giving. No matter what you do, whether you yatha shakti, whatever, how much of energy that tree has, accordingly only it will give. If you nourish it well, it will give you good fruits. If you don't nourish it, what can it do? So it will give according to its nourishment only. But it is constantly giving. Until it dies, it will keep giving whatever it can give. So that is that is why they compare that with Uttama Purusha. They are always giving to the society, giving to others, whether it is their own family or the society or whatever, but for the betterment. But for the betterment only, not to spoil. So apatra danam, that is the reason why that apatra danam should not be done. So the giving should be there. You should protect yourself. You should not give to the point where you are destroying yourself, either physically or financially or intellectually. But we have to keep giving, and with complete humility. We are in a position to be able to share something that we have. So we are blessed with something. That is the reason why we are able to share whatever we are blessed with. So for that we should feel blessed, because many people, though they want to give, they are unable to give because they are not blessed with whatever they want to give. Right? We see many people, they want to help others, but they may not have enough. But even with whatever little they have, they are giving, and they are enjoying that good feeling of giving whatever they can. So that should be the purpose. That genuine. What do you say? Emotion should be there, rather than always thinking I am the greatest. I am doing this. I was able to do that. I was able to get even with the person. See, last week he hurt me with his words. So this week I gave a retort. Such things should not be there. That is what these shlokas are explaining. Okay. So we shall stop here.
Okay, Bhagini.
Hmm.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्तिः नमस्कार भगिनी, धन्यवादः। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः, धन्यवादः, शुभरात्रि।
नमस्कार भगिनी, धन्यवादः।
धन्यवादः सर्वेभ्यः, शुभरात्रि।
नमस्कारः भगिनी, धन्यवादः।